the 13 to 14 inch. So what they did was they took a bunch of nets down there, brought up a bunch of fish, and they saw it, and they said there's a bunch of 13 to 14 inch crappie down there in the Big Timber, the Breaks, Mark Twain Refuge, whatever you want to call it. It's about the same spot. Out on the Cedar, sturgeon are biting well. Night crawlers are working. I had a guy in this morning. He went to Big Hollow down there. That's down by Mediapolis. That's kind of that flooded forest down there. He said they were out for 3 hours yesterday and caught one crappie. I talked to Randy Brewer of Arby's Outback this morning. Unfortunately, he won't be able to give us a report today. He's still on assignment over there in Illinois working hard. He said same thing. Crappie down there are very slow, kind of non-existent. Trout are biting well at the Discovery Park and Lake of the Hills. What's working good for them is minnows, or try to use a silver kind of spinner bait. You want to toss that maybe about, I would say about 5 feet off the bank, throw parallel with the bank, stay kind of low to the bottom there, and you're going to limit out pretty easy on there. What also trout news is Sand Lake tomorrow. That's up in Iowa City. South on Gilbert there, they stock their trout up there. So usually I like to tell people when they go up to these trout stockings, the first day, don't even go. Second day is a little bit better. You got to remember these trout have lived their entire life. They raise these up there in Manchester. They raise these trout, these big brooder tanks, and they take care of them and all that, and they get them up to their legal size, the stocking size, and then they stick them in a big truck, and then they drive them and slosh them around for 3 hours, and then they stick them into a foreign body of water. So, yeah, you're going to be a little discombobulated yourself. So give the trout a couple days, and then the bite will be on. That's what's happening at Discovery Park and Lake of the Hills. They stock them, give a little time for them to mellow out, adjust, and then you're going to be able to pick them up. Lake Belvedere crappie. I got reports anglers are picking up some crappie in about 5 foot of water at the upper end of the lake. What's going to be the trick to catching these fish on these bodies of water here is you're going to want to look for the shallower ends that gets the most sun. Once that warms that water up, the fish will become a little bit more active. Largemouth bass are biting good, too. Down there at Lake Belvedere. The few anglers have been out there catching some real nice bass. Work the shallow water on the upper end along the north side out in the open, and you're going to come up with some fish. The thing is, the water's still cool. I think the Mississippi's running about 49, 50 degrees. I think that's what I read this morning. So, yeah, just got to get Mr. Sun out there to warm everything up, and the bite's going to be a lot better for you out there. Well, if you haven't guessed it or not, you're listening to Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show, and we are live from KWPC in the KWPC building here in the room. I forget what we call this studio here.
It's the mid studio.
The mid studio.
The mid studio.
Well, I hear like during the day it's a Unity Point Center studio, or it's
oh yeah, the Unity Point Studios.
Yeah, something like that.
Or the Radio Farmhouse.
Radio Farmhouse.
That's what I call it.
Radio Farmhouse. Yeah, this has been here forever.
Oh my gosh,
I can remember
since before 1946. That's when we first went on the air, 1946.
Right, and then Ron Edwin was born in 47 and started in 49.
I think Ron might have been born in 1930 something. Then they started in
30,
46.
but they left him on the doorstep out here, and then they gave him a job, and then there you go. So we're playing a little bit of engineer rodeo in there this morning.
No, I had a question. That's why I raised my hand.
Oh, you did. I thought you were going to give me a 5.
I can't call in, so I was like,
well, what's your question, Billy?
So, I'm not a huge fisherwoman.
Get the hell out of here.
Is that what you say is fisherwoman? I do it all wrong, because when I do it, I think it's fun to throw it out and reel it back in, and just throw it out and reel it back in. I should probably be a fly fisherman or something. I don't know.
I would say or you could be a 5-year-old, because that's what they do.
Well,
when I take my nephews out, they throw it out. Hey, I got to check it again. It didn't move yet. I'm going to check it again.
It could be stuck on something.
And then they get bored, and then they start sword fighting, and then they look, I can throw the javelin. It's like, you know what? It's time to go find your mother.
Right, exactly.
We'll stop by and get you some Mountain Dew and some cookies. And then I'll take you home and see your mother.
I did have the Breakfast of Champions. I had a cookie right out there before I went on air.
There you go. There ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm drinking the fine Amp Energy.
Thanks to Sprouse Distributing, you are.
From the green room, so I think that's why my heart's palpitating a little bit.
Fantastic. No, it's just because I'm so good looking.
Yes, you are, Millie. You are the finest looking.
Oh, no. So my question is about crappies. Because
yes, ma'am.
You said 13?
13 to 14 inches.
That's just wrong, isn't it? Aren't they? I thought crappies were smaller.
No, 13 to 14, that's a good-sized fish.
Oh, okay.
A 14-inch crappie, and I keep hitting this boom. That's doing this. Dave's going, stop it.
No doubt.
No, 13 to 14-inch crappie, that's a sizable fish. Yeah, there's smaller fish. There's just, there's smaller bluegills.
I'm just catching the baby ones of it.
You're just catching the baby ones, but there are bigger ones. The thing is about crappies, they're a schooling fish. What that means is that they're usually in large numbers.
They travel in packs.
They travel in packs, kind of like radio personalities. They travel in packs, and you don't want to mess with them. But anyway, if you're catching the smaller ones, what I'd suggest is try dropping your bait a little bit lower, because the larger ones are usually at the bottom of the pack, if you can imagine that.
Sure.
Try to target like trees, anything that's fallen into the water like a log. They relate to structure. If you're out fishing in a boat, any kind of bridge support, any kind of bridge pier, they'll hang around there. They like to suspend. They like to be close to something. Out in the open water, it's kind of hard to catch them. Yeah. They always relate to structure, as we call it.
I see.
But 13 to 14, that is a sizable fish. 9 to 11 is more the average.
I see.
That.
Yeah.
But it's just like bluegill or bass. There's smaller ones, there's bigger ones. There's 5-pound catfish, and there's 75-pound catfish.
Right. Well, I hear there are some in the Mississippi, like near the power plants and stuff, right? 75-pound catfish. Isn't that where they live?
I think the biggest one ever caught on record in the Mississippi River, as far as I know around here, is like 92 pounds.
I used to work at the Arsenal, and so that was that was the thing, that they were right there by the Arsenal Bridge and stuff.
Yeah, usually by dams, reservoirs, they like to frequent there. That's your big ones. Yeah. That's your huge size ones. We caught the biggest one we've ever had brought to the store from the Cedar River was a 52-pound flathead.
Wow.
That it would have been 56, but it threw up a 4-pound carp on the way over. So it was part of the contest we have going. Yeah, it did. They brought every year we have what we call a monster catfish contest, and what that is we do a thing is called ditty pulling. Basically, that's a pole stick into the side of a bank or off a tree, a limb line. That's the thing about fishing. There's 15 different things explain the same thing. But anyway, we use a bluegill, like the smaller bluegill you're talking about, 6-inch bluegill with a big 9-aught hook stuck through its back. The fish is alive, and he'll swim around, and that's where you get them big casts. And if you never did that, me and you will go do it sometime, because it's a lot of fun to take somebody that's never done it. Because
except I'll be throwing it out there and reeling it back in and throwing it out.
Well, what you do is you set your lines out. You're allowed 5 lines per person, 5 ditty poles, and when you're out there, you'll see it bob up and down a little bit, and then you kind of put your boat up there. And especially if you take somebody who's never done it before, this is fantastic, because you can tell by the way it's bobbing how big of a fish you got on there. They say, all right, now when you get up there, make sure you grab that line and stick the net underneath it first before you pull it up. Well, how big do these catfish get? Oh, they get about 10, 15 pounds. And they pull it up, and it's a big 30, 35-pound cat. The head's like that huge.
Oh, my
God!
Right. Oh, my goodness.
It's a blast. It's a blast.
Have you ever been pulled in?
Have I ever been pulled in?
Yeah. I mean, 92 pounds or...
well, I've never caught a 92-pound fish.
So. I'm like, I don't know.
Well,
I think
not
a 92-pound fish might be able to pull me in the water.
Nah.
Scare me.
Nah, I think you're I think a 92-pound fish, if you're not rigged up for it, it'll snap long before you see that fish.
I see.
Yeah, you got to be ready. You got to be ready and have all your tackle ready for it. I remember last year on the Cedar when it was real low, and we have real low conditions right now. When it's real low, the bigger fish will concentrate into these smaller pools. And that's what we had a couple summers back when we had the real bad drought on. These guys were going out there, and they were only set up with their 15-pound, 20-pound test line. They'd throw it out there, and something big would grab it. Oh, I think I'm caught on a log, and then it goes. And you ain't got no chance pulling that up. It's gone. So that's it. Anytime you want to go fishing, you and me and Dave, we'll just take Friday morning off out here.
Right, exactly.
We'll just do a live remote from the boat, and
there's nothing going to go wrong with that.
No, never ever. I think we're going to slide into a commercial break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Jerry's Bait and Tackle, Jerry and Millie's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show.
Well, when I'm not out running laps around the hallways.
We'll slide into a commercial. Be right back.
The place where he was born and raised.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experienced fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
Let the Sicilian Pizzeria of Wilton treat your family to dinner tonight. Their dough is made fresh every day with only the freshest ingredients, so you're guaranteed to taste the difference. Offering classic specialty pizzas like Sammy the Bull, the Palermo, the Gladiator, the German, the Viagra, and many more. Try one of their killer subs, calzones, or pasta dishes if you're looking for something different. Make sure you start your meal off with one of their mouth-watering appetizers, Asiago tomatoes, cheesy garlic bread, or their famous seafood bruschetta. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton for pickup or delivery today. 563-732-9396. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Well, we're back.
All right. That's it. Randy Brewer cut a commercial there for Arby's Outback Tackle, boy.
Yeah, he did.
And for some reason, that music just I'd known the man for years, and that music just captured him. Captured that very essence of Randy.
It did.
And he's a good boy. Go down there and you check him out down there at Arby's Outback. He's down on the brakes. Like I said, he couldn't be any closer to the brakes unless he was in her. I guess the phones are lighting up, so let's go ahead to our next call.
Morning.
Hello.
Oh, morning.
Hello. Yeah.
Oh, Jerry?
Yeah.
Nah, I done known you fall in the water at least one time.
Yeah. I have. I've gone in the water, but I wasn't pulled in the fish by fish.
I thought I seen you fall in there one time because you had a big one on the line. Maybe not. But I got pulled in one time in Florida on a charter boat, and it was very, very scary.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Big one. It was a whale of a tail.
It's a whale of a tail.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah. What did you ever see the end of it?
Well, it was my ex-wife. See, that's what happened. She pulled me right in. I saw Pinocchio in the stomach. It was weird.
Yeah. Well, I was never pulled in by a big fish, but I know about the ex-wives. I was taken to the cleaners.
Well,
yeah.
But I wasn't pulled in.
You real good.
I got one cleaning my clock right now. Well, I guess
that was done with that conversation.
Yeah.
So, do we have anybody else on the line? Or was that it?
No, that was it.
Yeah. This morning is a goofy morning here.
It's always goofy.
Yeah.
From
Yep.
9 to 9:30 anyway.
Yeah. I don't know who that was, but that wasn't my call I was expecting.
Oh, you're expecting a call?
I was expecting a call. I had a fella call from Tokyo, Japan this morning.
Oh, probably having problems with the satellite phone or something.
Could be. But anyway, as I was saying earlier, Randy's a good boy down there. He's not a boy anymore. That's like, any of us. But he's got a real good selection down there, and him and me have been friends for quite a long while before either one of us got into the bait business. Which brings me up to the topic that we have today is we both sell bait by bulk. But what do you mean by that? If you're wanting to buy, typically when I get night crawlers, Randy gets night crawlers, we get them in what's called a flat. And a flat is about 500 night crawlers. With that's about 40 to 44 dozen worms in there. It's not exactly right at 500, but it's a lot. And if you do a lot of trout lining or you do a lot of fishing and you'd say, hey, I would rather just buy a whole mess bait at one time instead of coming in and buying 5 or 6 different dozens of worms. Hey, we'll do that for you. We sell flats of crawlers. We differ a little bit on the leeches and the minnows. I sell minnows by the pound, which depending on the size of the minnow, if they're large or small, you're looking at about 300 minnows per pound. I know Randy sells them by the gallon. There's quite a few more in the gallon versus the pound. Leeches, crawdads, you name it, whatever we got, we can get it in bulk. The only thing that we ask, and we're more than happy to get you any of this bait that you want, we just ask that you give us at least a week notification that you're looking for massive quantities. The trick with running a bait business is when you order bait, you need to kind of look at what you did last year, this year, what the weather conditions that. You don't want so much bait that it's tanking on you and dying on you, but you don't want too few bait that you're running short for your customers. So it is a fine balancing act. And like I said, we're more than happy to get you anything that you want, anything that you need. Just give us a little heads up on what you want. Night crawlers, wax worms. Right now, currently, we sell wax worms by the dozen, or we sell them by the tub. So, like I said, we are more than happy to get you anything that you want. Just give us a little heads up on that, and we'll more than happy to get it for you. I think we're going to slide into another commercial break, and then we'll be right back.
It's where he was born and raised.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experience fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
It's in the hole!
Now through June 1st, Wakansa Country Club will be offering 50% off all new memberships. Included with membership will be unlimited driving range privileges and pool access. We also allow private carts and have sheds available for cart storage. Located between Wilton and Durant on Highway 927. For more information or to sign up, contact Mike Dunlap at 563-785-6328 or email him at wakansa@iowatelecom.net.
It's in the hole!
Let the Sicilian Pizzeria of Wilton treat your family to dinner tonight. Their dough is made fresh every day with only the freshest ingredients, so you're guaranteed to taste the difference. Offering classic specialty pizzas like Sammy the Bull, the Palermo, the Gladiator, the German, the Viagra, and many more. Try one of their killer subs, calzones, or pasta dishes if you're looking for something different. Make sure you start your meal off with one of their mouth-watering appetizers, Asiago tomatoes, cheesy garlic bread, or their famous seafood bruschetta. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton for pickup or delivery today. 563-732-9396. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
There we go. We found the bumper.
There we go. We're back on track. It's just been a crazy morning in here.
I mean, it has been.
Well, that's a hypothesis of our show, is we try to keep it unpredictable. Even to me, it's unpredictable. So, what we got going on now, Dave?
We got a phone call.
We have a phone call.
Have a phone
This
call.
is totally unscripted.
Yes, it is. Let's
Hello, you're on Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Jerryson.
Yes.
Hi, Mr. Wasabi.
Mr. Wasabi.
Oh.
I do. You fish?
Yes, I fish.
Hi. Me fish, like fish. Good time.
Okay. Anything I can help you with?
Hi. You like go fly fish?
Yeah, I fly fish.
Why, you like eat fly? Hi. How do? Hi.
I don't like fly fishing. I can't get them off the hooks very well.
Yeah, but...
Hi.
Hey, where are you calling from, sir?
I call from Okinawa, Japan.
Okinawa, Japan. Hey, what kind of fish do you guys eat in Japan?
Oh, many fish. I like hamachi fish.
Hamachi fish?
Hamachi fish.
Hamachi fish.
Yeah, you ask man, how much the fish gonna cost?
This guy's about as bad as that that nor'easter joke you told a few weeks back.
Yes, not Christmas nor Easter.
Aye.
So,
We
Mr.
also like I wishy fish.
You wishy fish.
I wishy fish.
I wishy fish.
Yeah, bring home, say, I wish your wife could cook a good fish.
Well, what...
Jerry.
Yes, sir.
Look high. Always look high, Jerry.
Okay.
Yeah, me no fish long time. Fish with father when boy. But father died, then no fish. Now me fish.
Okay.
Hey.
What kind of bait do you use over there?
No bait. This hook. You know, first time fish, take wife. No catch, no fun. 2-time fish, take kids. No catch, no fun. 3-time fish, take 12-pack sake. Good time. Hi. No catch fish, but still fun. Hi.
Well, that's kind of the similarities over here in the United States.
Remind me Japanese proverb.
Okay.
Yeah. Man catch no fish, no blame ocean. Blame wife big mouth. Hi.
Well, I appreciate you listening to the show, but what time is it over there in Japan?
Aye. Sake time.
Sake time.
Sake time.
Maybe that's why we're getting so many calls today, is the sake time.
Aye. Drink sake, go fish, go sleep. Aye.
How do you make sake? I mean, I'm getting this visual that is this an adult beverage or what is it?
Aye. For big boy.
Big boy. Okay. Do you wash your?
Sock.
I was going to say, do you
and
wash
sock
your
red.
socks out and?
Drink it. Oh, well, I can probably tell you I probably have done something similar to that before in my past, but either or. Well, Mr. Wasabi, are you going to get up and go fish tomorrow, or are you going to get any more proverbs for us?
Oh, yeah. I fish long time. All time fish. Always look eye. Look fish eye.
Look fish eye.
See?
See?
You know, I know. Man who sleep fish in bed make bachelor long time. Aye.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I guess if you do some thinking on that's probably right.
So, yeah. Aye.
What's going on there, Mr. Wasabi?
Aye. Catch fish. Much new chopstick.
Okay. Those must be some pretty big chopsticks.
Aye. Long time.
Long time. Pretty much like this bit. It's going a long time.
See.
See? See?
Yeah.
Ah, your mother Mexican. Aye.
Well, I guess that could happen. Well, I appreciate you calling the show there, Mr. Wasabi.
Aye.
Oh, we're in so
You.
much.
Fish long time.
Fish
Very
a long
long.
time. Live long and prosper, too.
Aye.
See. All right. I think I see Captain Katie coming down. Please let me see Captain Katie coming down. There she is. There she blows. Captain Katie is coming down the pipe. I see her coming up. Remember when I said we don't write this show? That's why we get into troubles here. Be caller number 3 at 563-263-8600. And you get a prize out of Captain Katie's magical tackle box. And there we go. The big tackle box under her desk. Captain Katie! Reach in your hand and pull out a gift. Captain Katie! A finer fisherman you never did see. Captain Katie! That's why we call her Captain KT. Captain Katie! Captain Katie! Captain Katie's Captain Katie's magical tackle box. Arr. Oh, good morning. You're on Jerry's Bait and Tackle Show. First of all, I have to apologize for this morning, but we're going to reward you with a nice prize. Who do we got on the phone with us?
They hung up.
They hung up. I would too. I know, I don't blame them.
Well, we only had one caller, so somebody's got a 50-50 chance
You got
of
a
being number 3.
50-50 chance. If you call in within the next 2 minutes, there we go. The lights are flashing. Who do we got on with us?
Hey, Jerry, this is Al. How you doing?
Pretty good, Al. You're the big winner today.
Oh, man, I was the one that hung up. I hit the wrong button.
Oh, you hit the wrong button and called back.
Yeah, I've been trout fishing, and it's really slow today.
It's really slow today?
Yeah, didn't get a bite since 6 o'clock this morning.
You're at Discovery Park or you're at Lake of the Hills?
Discovery Park. Yeah.
What are you using for bait? Minnows?
Wax worms.
Wax worms? Should you really try a minnow or a spinnerbait?
Well, they've been hitting on the wax worms, but today there was nothing moving, and only one other person fishing, so it must not be catching too many.
Well, now, they stock Sand Lake tomorrow up there.
Yep, that's where we're heading, Iowa City, early in the morning.
All right, cool.
And next week, Cedar Rapids, Cedar Ferry.
Yep.
So.
Well, Al, before you do that, make sure you stop on out here at the radio station and see Captain Katie up there at the front desk. And let.
Okay, I'll do that. Thanks for having the show, Jared.
No.
Good luck to fishing this weekend.
All right. We'll see you later.
Thank you, buddy. Bye.
Thanks, bud. Well, 9:30 couldn't come quick enough.
No.
Like I said, I apologize. I don't know where everything went today, but here we go.
Someplace we can't say.
Well, yeah, I suppose. Anyway, for Captain Dave Stiles and Jerry's Bait and Tackle Show. We'll see you next week, hopefully. Bye-bye.
Jerry will be back next Friday, right here on the Voice of Muscatine, to talk about fishing, life, and even a few jokes. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here next Friday. Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show on the Voice of Muscatine.
Well, I think I got a big one on the line, Jer.
Gonna need a bigger boat.
But I love to fish.